Dear friends in the UN Joint Program on Human Rights, friends from the government of the Philippines, from the Commission on Human Rights, from civil society organization, and of course from the United Nations. I think that today is a special day, and for many reasons. It's the first time that all the forces behind the UN Joint Program get together in a collective strategic planning process with the objective of refreshing the vision of the UN Joint Program. It is also the first time that many of you meet in a tripartite government, civil society organization, UN platform with the objective of building consensus on priorities on this new program cycle of the UN Joint Program. What we are doing, in fact, is we are building a team. And we are building a team around very complex and sensitive development issues. And if we are today working together as a team, it's because our respective institutions or constituencies gave us such important role. To be even more serious in my words, we are here as part of a Human Rights Council resolution co-sponsored by the government of the Philippines that requested a UN Joint Program. So I sincerely regret not being able to be with you in person today in this very important moment of the program. The American composer Leonard Bernstein said, to achieve great things, two things are needed: a plan and not quite enough time. And it seems like the second part, not enough time, is already fully achieved. So it is our intention in the next 3 days to develop the main outlines of a plan. And then I'm sure we will achieve great things. This strategic planning process was a specific request that came out of the steering committee meeting in September. During the Philippines' fourth cycle of the Universal Periodic Review, which took place on the 14th of November, no less than 15 countries mentioned the UN Joint Program, and all of them in very positive terms. So in some way, colleagues and friends, we are all of us building history and bringing global practices and lessons learned to the rest of the world. Over the last weeks, all technical working groups have met to start to develop strategic objectives that are based on their respective areas. I have learned that these objectives are expected to be SMART, standing for strategic, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. And this is important because we need a clear vision for what we are working towards, what are capacities and priorities, and how we are going to implement. These are the technicalities of how we work. And I would like to recognize the great work of Dr. George Carmona, who is leading us through this process. And as we know, planning cannot remain as planning. We all agree that we are working towards changes that will increase access to basic human rights of ordinary people, and that will support institutions to become even more effective. This will contribute not only to the Philippines Development Plan, which is, as you know, under preparation, and I hope that it will make a reference to the UN Joint Program, but also to reaching the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and implementing the UN Secretary General's call to action on human rights. This is a forum where we can come together to decide on our work as we move forward. It is also, I hope, a chance to step out our role as government, United Nations, and civil society and work together as people who care about their country and the protection and promotion of human rights. We are planning for 2023, and next year is particularly important, not only for the UN Joint Program, but also because we will mark the run-up to the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration on Human Rights. This represents an opportunity to showcase our work on human rights. So I would like to thank you all once again for taking part in this workshop. In particularly, let me thank to Secretary of Justice and the Secretary of Foreign Affairs for their leadership and support. Let me also thank the UN Joint Program Secretariat for their remarkable help in organizing this retreat. So, dear colleagues, dear friends, I wish you a very productive work. Maraming salamat po.